Good evening, everybody. First off, hope you're all having a great night. We're coming up on another weekend. Hope you guys are all ready. It's supposed to be another beautiful weekend here where I'm at. Hope the same for you guys wherever you're at. So, had a conversation with a member of the opposite sex. It's been happening a lot lately, guys. But, anyways, but so I had a conversation with a young lady just the other day, and lo and behold, to me, I didn't realize that it was a potential dating situation, but right, but so, clarity is important here, right? Valuable, need to know information, right? But so I got talking to a young lady, and I did not realize that it was a potential, like, going out with this girl, right? Or this woman. But I realized what it was when she asked her first question. Her first question is, "What is your intentions here?" And I said, "Well, nothing but honorable. I can swear to you on that one." And she looked at me and she cocked her head to one side and she said, "Really?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, can you elaborate on yourself there?" And I said, "Well, I will show you nothing that you will not show me in return." And she looked at me again and she kind of put her head to one side and she's like, "Okay, fair enough." And then I asked her a question. I'm like, "So, did this all of a sudden turn into kind of a dating situation?" And she laughed. She laughed at that one. like like she kind of put me on the chopping block, so I, right, in return, reciprocal. But she looked at me and she said, "You're trouble, aren't you?" I'm like, "No. You hit me with a hard one, I'm gonna hit you with a hard one. That's how this works, right?" And so we bantered back and forth, and we had a good conversation, and she apologized for making it seem like she was jumping the gun or something, but vibes, right? I mean, when you get vibing with someone, things can be said and things can be done and misunderstandings can happen. Okay? So, that's why communication is so important no matter what the situation is. Whether you're talking to somebody, whether it be a potential dating situation, whether it be whatever, right? If everybody is not aware of what is going on, there's going to be misunderstandings, right? So, the reason why I bring that one up is to kind of coincide into the whole being intentional, right? Because I know there's a lot of single folks out here, and I know that we're all doing the dating and we're all trying to commingle and mingle, right? Single people, we mingle, okay? It is what it is. But um, getting to know each other, sitting down and having a conversation between two people. It doesn't have to be in the direction of a dating situation. It can just be just two people sitting down and having a conversation just because you're in the same place at the same time, right? And that's kind of what happened. Even though the misunderstanding at first was there, but she cleared it up, so it went a good direction, right? We were both on the same page. That's how easy it is. You ask questions, you discover, you bounce ideas off each other, you bounce stuff off each other. That's how it works. If one person isn't sure, you ask some discovery questions, you find out where the situation is at, and you keep moving forward. Vulnerability, right? If you're talking to somebody and having a conversation, why would you not be vulnerable with that person? Right? Just some truth and honesty for you. But we had a great time. We had a great conversation. Um, um, I got her number, right? But that wasn't where the direction of the situation was going. It was just the fact of a misunderstanding had to be fixed, right? So brings me into a next one. How do you fix a misunderstanding if you know how to approach the situation? Okay? There's a question for all of you, and I'll even help you out, and I'll even go one step further for you. First off is identify that there's a misunderstanding. That's the first off thing to disclose there, right? Then find out how it happened, where it came from. Was it you? Was it them? Was there something environmental that caused it? Was it something that was said that wasn't true? Right? Like, start navigating into the situation. Now, after you've navigated and you've got yourself in there and you've kind of have a feel for what happened, ask questions. Right? Get the other person's feel for everything. And see if maybe it wasn't just a misaligned word or a noun versus a verb, right? Because things can happen. And misunderstandings happen every day, all day long, whatever, right? So it's a matter of understanding the situation so you can better fix the problem. So many times I hear there'd be misunderstandings that happen or things that happen, and then just people just not knowing how to properly and effectively communicating about it to fixing the problem so it benefits everybody involved, so everybody walks away and goes on their merry way. Right? I've had a lot of those in my day too, and those might be on the chopping block for bringing into a video at some point in time too. We'll see how it works out. But that's kind of what me and her. That's what me and this young lady did. We kind of had a problem resolution, right? Situational awareness, right? Because all that can be put in there as body language and facial features and all of that too. That's all in there as well, right? So is it a misunderstanding based on some facial feature that they mistakenly gave or whatever, or was there posture in the body or something, right? All this is valid because anything can happen. Anything can be taken out of context. Anything can be misconstrued if it's not communicated properly. Right? So that's why it's always important. Once again, it can be colleagues, it can be friends, it can be family, it can be a love interest, it can be a romance novel. I know someone got that one. But but um yeah. But anyways, hope everybody's having a good night. Till next time.